Hello, ladies and everyone. I am Robin Caldwell. Welcome to Ribbon Cobweb, where I make whatever I want. And today, I'm going to show you how to make this. Now, this might look just like a tiny little envelope, but I got news for you. It opens up, and it's a letter. I learned how to make this when I was about 7 years old, and I loved making it. Since then, basically every time I've been handed a single sheet of 8x11 or legal sized paper, I've folded it up into one of these. Whether it was a newsletter from school or a schedule at my current job, I just kind of make these all the time. This is a pretty fun beginner origami pattern because you don't need a square piece of paper to do it. You can do it with any piece of like 8x11 legal sized paper, basically anything that's longer than it is wide. You can make this. So if you're new to origami, check it out. So first, you are going to fold up like this. You're going to try to line up this edge with this edge as best you can. Then you're going to unfold it and do the same thing on the other side. So lining up the bottom with this edge now. And then you're going to unfold it and flip it over. So now we've got these lines where we folded it before. Right in the middle of the overlap here, in the middle of the X, we're going to fold it in half. So we want the middle of the X to be right here. Okay, we'll unfold that, flip it back over. So right here in the center of all of our creases converging, we're going to press it, and these creases are going to pop up. We're going to make those meet in the middle and squash it down. Okay, so we've got these flaps at the front. We're going to take one of these flaps, bring this corner down to this corner, and line it up as best you can. Okay, and then same thing with this flap. We're going to bring this flap down like that. Okay. And then with these two flaps, we are going to do what's called a squash fold. Pick up this edge, we're going to open it up, and we're going to make this corner and this corner touch by squashing it down. So I'm going to bring the corners together and then squash it down. And then same thing on the other side. Open up the flap, bring these corners together, and squash it down so it makes a square shape. So now with our squash folds, we are going to lift up the top flap and bring it down to this corner. Like that. And then same thing on this side. We're going to lift up this flap and make this corner, bring this corner down to this corner of our square. And then with this flap right here, we're going to bring this corner down to right here between these two triangles. So we're going to bring it from the top to the bottom. And then this triangular shape down here, we're going to bring all of it up and we're going to fold it flush against this line. So we're going to bring it up as close as we can. Press that down. And then we are going to pick it up and we're going to fold this corner into this little pocket that we've created. So we're going to press it down like that. So we've got it tucked in. Fold this flap to the center like that, and then we're going to take this side and fold it to the center like that. And then just like we're making a paper airplane, we're going to fold down this flap and fold that down to the center and fold this down to the center. And then our last step is to tuck this triangle that we've just made down into this pocket. And there we go. Now we've got our little envelope. Last step is we need to flip it over and address it. There we go. We've now got a letter that is its own envelope. And then when it comes time to open it, you just do basically all the steps in reverse. Pull this out, pull this apart, There we go. And one of the cool things about once you've got this all folded and creased up, it's super easy to fold it all back together again. Boom. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you around on the web. Bye!